Yo, what up? It's Donut, and you tuning into all your Illuminati news. Something wicked is coming. Is planned for 128218. We'll get into it. I think this is very, very important. But before we start the show, make sure you smash that like button and let me know you can hear me okay in the chat room. I see a lot of people up in here. Hello, everybody. Now, the US economy grew at a blistering 3.3 pace in Q4. We'll see this 33 always pop up on big news reports. This goes into secret society symbolism. We can remember Bill Gates predicting the 33 million D's. I'm not even going to say what it is. And the guy, we just see this always popping up. The Damar Hamlin dude who fell and the one guy who didn't kneel was wearing the 33, and we're coming up onto the 33rd Summer Olympics. So, this is big, big symbolism. And we're also coming up onto the 47th president, which goes into 47th Euclid's problem right here, proposition. This is all symbolism that's going to be going down in America, because America is created through revolution, through conspiracy and secret societies, Templars, Knights Templars, and all of that. As you can see right here, Kamala on the Knights Templar checkerboard floor, which was adopted through the Freemasons, and also the Illuminati took over them back in the 1800s as well. But look at the date, not just the symbolism of Kamala on the checkerboard floor with the two pillars, but the date is 218. This is that 128 code that me and a lot of other decoders have been talking about for a while. 128 code. We'll get into it. But this post, February 128, it's a day to look out for. The national text alert was sent out at 218. There's all symbolism going on. Will she become the 47th president? Will Joe Biden croak and then she becomes the 47th president, or will Trump or someone else become it? Because whoever becomes that, it's a ritual. This is all ritual. America is built upon ritual. The founding, July 2nd, National UFO Day. You think it's July 4th, but it's all dead. It goes back to ancient Egypt rituals too, with Sirius rising. Now we're about to enter the year of the dragon. We got hundreds of people up in here. Make sure you smash that like button. We're entering the year of the dragon the day before the Super Bowl. Now, the year of the dragon ends on January 28th, 128. You'll see this pop up everywhere. The Super Bowl takes place, the biggest fertility ritual in Paradise, Nevada on the 36th parallel. Paradise, Nevada was founded on December 8th, 128, 12/8, the same day Leave the World Behind was released, 128. Julia Roberts and all of them, Matthew Perry, there's this 1028 connection, 128 there. It's just a code that keeps on popping up. And that movie was about a cyber incident that's going to happen. This is getting the consciousness warmed up for what Davos calls the next big event that will go down, which is the cyber incident. So they can reset the internet. So, yeah, look out for that. And when that happens, revolution happens. And revolution is the philosophy of secret societies. It's their religion. James H. Billington talked about it in Fire in the Minds of Men, and this is a Congress librarian. Talked about that. Now here's a clip of I forget his name, but talking about what will bring this revolution and change.
think we'll ever get to the 2024 election. I think things are going to implode in Washington before then. I think our economic financial condition is fragile. It's going to come home to roost in ugly ways. I think we're going to end up in a situation where we find out the banks are closed for 2 or 3 weeks and nobody can get into them. I also think that the levels of violence and criminality in our cities is so high that it's going to spill over into other places in society. People that normally think they can live remote from the problem are now beginning to be touched by the problem. All of those things are going to come together or converge in some way that's going to prevent us from reaching, the status quo. Oh, another election. Oh, another set of campaigns and so forth. Because I don't think Biden will make it through the year. I think he'll be gone. And I think everybody knows that this person, Kamala Harris, lacks the ability under any circumstances to be president of the United States. I also know that you get revolutionary change when people can't eat, when the supply chains break down and you can't deliver food, when they can't afford to buy the food, when they can't afford to buy the gasoline. These things are the catalysts for real change. And everyone's betting that the left in charge in Washington can keep all of this going without any interruption. Maybe they're right. I don't think so.
Yeah, so what will bring that change is one of these cyber incidences that will crush the supply chain issue. So Julia Roberts, part of that movie, born on 10/28/128. Matthew Perry, who dated her, died on 10/28/128. And that whole movie was about them too, with friends, and the cyber incident that take place in the year of the dragon ending on 1/28, January 28th. So something that keeps popping up, an iPad goat. You got the dragon right there. So what kind of happened? They posted this. I saw this and I was like, damn, 2:18. It's the time the presidential text alert was sent out 2 minutes early on October 4th at 2:18. Now, this is important. February 18th, day I'm looking out for, even January 28th coming up. Because of pattern recognition, when Hawaii missile alert test took place, they sent it out at 8:08. And in the 8:08 area code of Hawaii, on 8:08, August 8th, Lahaina went up into flames. So this is pattern recognition. We see this happening with Cyber Polygon, for example. Cyber Polygon took place on July 8th. They canceled it, but then July 8th, Canada's power went out. So this is absolutely pattern recognition. Now check this dude out. Look at that Sampaku eyes. This guy just went to jail for stalking Taylor Swift, who's part of the Super Bowl. And this guy's 33 years old. 33-year-old. Taylor Swift's alleged stalker. He's arrested. Now, this is all a setup. This is not real. This is that meme magic to get her in the news, pumping up the Super Bowl, pumping her up, getting that all out there. Now, Charles Manson as well. This was all set up by the Esalen Institutes and deep state government stuff happening with that, but he had the Sampaku eyes like him, but check them out. Dang, this guy's under MK Ultra mind control. Absolutely. So Taylor Swift, that happened, and they're saying Taylor Swift can't be the next John Lennon. She must be protected. Well, John Lennon was also taken out on the 128, December 8th, 128, by an MK Ultra mind control guy, Mark David Chapman. And the day he died, 128, 1980, 1 year later, it was a king kill ritual because 1 year later, Video Killed the Radio Star came out on MTV in 1981. So you got these king kill 33 rituals that take place. And it feels like another one's about to come up. Yeah. So the 128 is also with Blink 182. So these numbers are all over the place. You can mix and match them up. It's something I'm looking out for. Here's Blink 182, new album, and they got the double X. This is the Cross of Lorraine. It's the double cross, Knights Templar. And even Travis Scott shows the 182 and the 322. But the 182 is very important, as that's July 2nd. It's connected to July 2nd. And look at Charles Manson's forehead. He had the X. So that's something looking out for this year, because X is the 24th letter. And we're going to have that solar eclipse, the X, over the United States on April 8th. I'm looking out for Florida. Florida's symbol is the X, and they are almost at the 218 million. A 128. Something I'm looking out for with their population. But I'm also looking at area codes too, just like Hawaii area code 808. And even Israel flag was created on 1028, 128. So let's get into some Illuminati news. First off, how's everybody doing? I'm going to go to the comment section real quick, see how everybody doing. Yeah, Manson switched it up. Yeah, but it was originally an X. And we do got the 1,000 people up in here. I'll remind y'all to smash that like button, please and thank you. This helps us get into the algorithm. We're streaming on Facebook and YouTube right now. April 8th. What up? What up, Cassie? Oh my goodness. Is it 1:28 p.m. right now? That's so funny. Smash that like button. All right, cool. What's up, Marissa? Thank you, Ben. Thank you. So alcohol is a big thing for the rituals that are going to take place at the Super Bowl, the fertility rituals at the Super Bowl. As this year, we had Rihanna showing that she was fertile. In the year before, we had The Weeknd showing that he wasn't fertile. Those were the two rituals. No, actually, no, it wasn't the year before that. It was like 2 years before that. That was Dr. Dre. No, but anyway, Bud Light's comeback tour will hit the Super Bowl. And Bud Light is connected to the CIA right here. Bud Light, CIA ties. You look at Smirnoff, they got the double-headed eagle. You look at the alcohol bottle. It is the Knights Templars, double cross, Lorraine. But also Aleister Crowley, his family, they also made alcohol too, which I thought was interesting, which I just learned over on the Patreon. We interviewed Dr. Rick Spence. And what a great interview that was. Mind-blowing. Go over to the Patreon to go check that out and get wicked smart with us over there. I asked him questions about the PayPal mafia in Silicon Valley, because Silicon Valley, so many interesting things be coming out of Silicon Valley. They got secret societies up there, hidden in plain sight, pretty much. The Rosicrucian Park right here. So it was a good interview, and I asked him about PayPal Mafia because he covers secret societies. He taught it over at University of Idaho. He's written plenty of books on the occult. He wrote this book, Secret Agent 666, because spies and secret societies go hand in hand. And he had an interesting answer about the PayPal Mafia, because Mafia, PayPal, that's all secret societies. So go check it out. And it went into humans will be worshiping AI chatbots as God's expert warns. So this 128 is something I'm looking out for, and I wanted to make another video on it. I know I've been talking about it a lot, but I think it's important because I just saw that Kamala Harris tweet, the famous Freemasonic tweet, Knights Templar tweet that she did, was on 218. So I was like, oh my goodness, I got to get this out there. Got to get it out there. It's just like, here's the cyber polygon that took place on July 8th, and they canceled it. And then on the exact date, July 8th, there was the outage in Canada. And if this does take place, like that guy said in the beginning, people will go hungry, things will get bad, and that's what leads to revolution. And these secret societies orchestrate the revolutions. So we'll see what going on. This shaman that was, blowing people's heads, that was, some people put some interesting stuff up in the comment, like she blowing that disease X, right? There's another X. And it also went into the rise of woman in power as well, as she became the first woman spiritual leader in her community. But talking about her blowing the disease on people, I thought that was interesting because in the news now, you got the Arctic zombie stuff going on because of the climate changing. And this is all in movies. We'll see this in movie like the Tomorrow War, connected with aliens and the weather changing, which brings the aliens out. And that's what this movie is about. And it was released on July 2nd, which leaves 182 days until the end of the year. 128. That's when the aliens invaded on Independence Day. You got Polaris right here. All symbolism. It's the day that girl on the plane talking about the aliens on the AA, the Aleister Crowley Secret Society, on 7/2, National UFO Day. And this became a huge meme because the memetic warfare is in place. And it goes back to shamanism, where they're learning how to do this memetics magic. The meme magic. First meme of 2024 with Cat Williams. And now Taylor Swift be trending in the news because of memes of her on X that are AI generated. She's upset about. Now, that's all on purpose. This was all put out there because they're hyping everything up for the Super Bowl. Because she is known for the memes. All of her memes, Taylor Swift's memes, it's Hitler quotes of her. So she's been a meme for a long time. And just looking into the memetic magic happening, you can see it all going down. Now, Dan Aykroyd is talking about the UFOs. He's saying that he saw a UFO. And he's a huge occultist. And this whole UFO agenda and the occult are all connected. I'm going to play a clip from an... I'm going to play a clip real quick. Hold up.
Aykroyd's family history is connected to the occult, as his father and his grandfather would do seances at his house.
The father-son duo here. Your grandfather, you spied something interesting happening at his home. What did you see? You can communicate with the dead, so it was communicating with spirits. Just accepted fact that spirits do exist and can communicate if you find a talented medium.
Yeah, Ghostbusters was all about sex magic. But he is connected huge to the music industry and Memphis. As Memphis is on the 36th parallel, that's where all these rituals are happening. That's where the Super Bowl will be taking place in Paradise, Nevada. Shout out to the 702. Paradise, Nevada is on the 36th parallel. And that's where all them rituals are going on. And I made this video on Patreon last year. So, but it's not outdated. It aged very well. And I'm going to play that for all y'all. Is Memphis, Tennessee the new Egypt? Is the Mississippi River the Nile River? Here's Egypt, and there's a city of Memphis that is on the Nile River. Memphis in America, very, very similar to Egypt. Yo, what up? It's Donut, and you tuning into all your Illuminati news. The Memphis basketball team are all doing the Illuminati shush. They got this Illuminati pyramid that's 32 stories high. Just like Las Vegas, they have the 32 floor. This is Memphis. The Hard Rock Cafe founder, Isaac Tigret, in front of that Tennessee pyramid, a wealthy illuminist who is responsible for Memphis, Tennessee's Great American Pyramid, and his hand symbol is for as above, so below. He built Hard Rock Cafe with Dan Aykroyd. He even planted a crystal skull in that pyramid. Dan Aykroyd also sells a crystal skull for vodka. But Gangsta Boo dying at 43, and the next day, Kenneth Block died, and he's known to be number 43. And then you got the West Memphis 3. And Johnny Depp made a movie about Jack the Ripper, who was roaming Mitre Square. So that goes kind of off topic, but that Dan Aykroyd part I wanted to play. And this is just talking about Jack the Ripper and these ritualistic slayings that happen. And we're coming up into the year of the dragon, right? So dragon, looking out for RuPaul, who does the RuPaul drag show, because her picture is always at New Year's when the New Year's event is going on. But I thought this was interesting too. I'll play it. Like I said, this was last year, and this is when Jack the Ripper, who did the Freemasonic slaying rituals with all those people. And here's one of the letters he left. And this was sort of hinting that it was Freemasonic rituals, because there's 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. I'll play this clip because I think it's super fascinating. Masonic ritualistic killing. Clues point that he was a Freemason. Here's a note he left, and you can see it's the 3 steps for the 3 stages of initiation. 1 step going this way, 1 step going this way, and 1 step going up. And that's that Freemasonic 3 stairs going into the doorway. It's just interesting, these secret societies. I mean, they run really deep. Yeah, and it just, this video, it goes even more deep, but like the 33rd Olympics is coming up. It's all connected to X. And see, you can see that I made this video last year because I'm talking about the Davos meeting last year. So make sure you go over and support your boy Donut over on the Patreon and check this new video out. It is absolutely fantastic. I mean, this guy I really enjoyed talking to, and he's an author, and we went into secret societies. Plus, there's a bunch of more content as well up there, because this stuff is nuts. And I think it's a full moon today. Yeah, it's a full moon today. It's the first full moon of the year, even though it's not actually the new year. We're still in the year of the rabbit. So maybe it's like the last moon of the year. So look out for a ritual to take place tomorrow. Or on the 28th. I've been talking about the 128. You know, maybe it's connected to Rick Ross. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Rick Ross, on the 128 day. Because what happens with the moon is that there's a 3-day window of energy for a ritual to take place. So if it doesn't happen on the exact day of the full moon, it could happen the day after, the day before, because the lunar months were traditionally 28 days. You got that movie 28 Days Later about the zombies. And we're hearing about these zombie things in the Arctic right now. Zombie deer and Civil War coming out, A24, right? Everything's 24. That's coming out. All warming people up. And the guy who made this made 28 Days Later. So something shine going on. Gonna keep this short. Thank you so much. Make sure you smash that like button and go support us. Click the link down below. Go join the Patreon. Much love, everybody. I love you. God bless you.